gentlemen, welcome back to the Millie Goes Podcast, Millie Goes Sports Podcast. I'm your co-host, AK. With me on Saturday nights during the NFL season, a friend of the show, nay, family of the show, a man who knows a lot about football, a man who is on quite a heater the past year for his football fanhood, a man that annoys me to say that, but I have to respect it because I love football as well, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. JBonez is here. He has got a championship Ohio State wrestling belt for the national title. He's got his Super Bowl ring for the Eagles, and I am left here with nothing but Christian McCaffrey's calves to ache and moan about as we start the NFL season. But we're here for the NFL season. If you're listening to the podcast, we're going to talk NFL Pick'em. We have a 16-play contest. JBonez, you've won a lot this offseason. Now we have to bring it to this. This is where we trust you.
I'm taking lessons from Jalen Hurts. Flush the win. You hear flush the loss. Jalen Hurts teaching you.
Yes.
New team, new season. The thumbnail said we were 0-0. I think that was a bit of a fake news, but
yes, I read that, and then results.
Yeah. Did you jinx us? Maybe
that could have been my fault.
Maybe it's you.
Could have been. I do take responsibility. When I put that on there, I was like, wait a minute. Those other ones I actually put them in because we discussed. We were doing the prep work. We were discussing. You and I had a very quick we had a conversation. We decided on Eagles 6.5. Now look, Eagles 6.5 and then Chiefs 3.5 because we were led to believe that the Chiefs were going to be good, right? Because everybody says that. They're the Chiefs. And then lightning happened in the Eagles game when that was about to be a rout. Kind of not our fault.
Whoa, what do you mean route?
The Eagles were going to turn up the heat on.
You think? Okay.
I thought it was going to get out of hand there. The Cowboys had just turned the ball over, so you know what I mean?
Not ideal. The Eagles also look like they know they have a hard schedule and they're just going to weasel out of a wins a win, and then face the Chiefs next week at a revenge spot. And what's that say behind you? Episode since you've won the Millie?
215. Now
215. Hold. 215 is the Philadelphia area code.
Now I'm going to have to change it because Edge said that it bothered him so much that I have left that up there and not changed it. That knowing me, you know that I was like, I'm never going to change it now. But now I have to change it because knowing you, I knew that you would have something prepared. I didn't know that was going to be it. Now I have to change it. I can't do it.
What if we hit the Powerball in 22 minutes? Is that what it is?
Oh gosh, I forgot. I had my kids pick the numbers today.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Is that illegal? Would I get cut off for that? That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be funny. Local man wins the lottery, null and void because he missed on podcast. He let his kids pick the numbers.
Hey, for the brand, baby. For the brand.
Listen, my dad let me pick numbers since I could walk. That's why I'm here talking to you today. So,
come on,
you got to teach him young.
He goes, "What's this for?" And I was like, you'll know what it's for if they work. We're just this family. We're just having family time. Good old fashioned family fun. You know?
All right.
Anything to say on the Eagles game? Anything to say on the Chiefs game other than?
Well, I wish Dak Prescott wasn't a scumbag spitting on Jalen Carter. Other than that, they needed a babysitter for Jalen Carter. Obviously, Brandon Graham retired for now. Who knows? They signed Zadarius Smith on Friday, filling the spot that the fullback left. But then I believe they may have made a cut today and could be signing someone else. We'll see. Not worried. The A.J. Brown thing is fake news. I think he may still have a hammy. That was a camp issue. The Browns joined practice. He wasn't doing anything. He may have been a decoy out there, did his job, got the win. And then the Chiefs, same thing. We're on the Chiefs, and Travis Kelce got a little bit jealous that Taylor Swift was talking about Xavier Worthy on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Took him out first drive. He may have been gone for 50 yards on a little mesh route. So
Travis Kelce, who has been in the playbook and in the system for like 20 years, runs the wrong depth route. Yeah, nice try, buddy.
Yeah, it felt personal. But according to my play sheet here, excuses are the tools of the incompetent. So 0-2. You know what? We're going to come back stronger than ever. 14-2. Let's do it, man.
That's what we're about to do. Do you believe in the Chargers or Super Bowl? Super Bowl?
The lineman, I thought was going to be an issue, but you couldn't tell they were missing a tackle. They pound rock. Keenan Allen looks like he's 10 years younger now.
Incredible. He's up to Williams. So
Justin Herbert got a hot girlfriend. Confidence, Moneyball. Maybe, I don't know. Until the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I don't know that you can really anoint anyone. We've got the Bills and Ravens on Sunday night. The two teams that just find creative ways to end their season and be miserable for 6 months. So those two juggernauts.
It's incredible. Oh my gosh. B. McCormick's here. Wait a minute. B. McCormick's here. Also, Texas Burner is here. He said, "You're so beautiful." Thank you. You're beautiful. Okay. Let's pull up the screen. And let's go down through these games right here.
Two questions. Two pregame questions. Number one, can we talk shit on the Bills now?
Of course we could talk shit on the Bills.
All right. I feel like there was filters up. You couldn't say things that you saw for
yes.
But
yes.
now we'll pretend Bryce Young is the future and we can speak candidly about Josh Allen. Second thing, shout out to Brett just sitting on my hat, not even telling me that there was merch 20 minutes up the road.
I first thing I did whenever we got there, is I gave him that and I said, "This is for JBonez."
Unbelievable.
Give him this hat. And I
could have saved some money at the barber today.
You know what? I did my part of the deals. You need to talk to the courier, who is a known hat fiend. He likes flat bills. That is a flat bill that you can mold into a flat bill. So, or a curve bill. So,
weekly goals then. Hopefully by this time next week I'm hatted and look the part.
Yes, you do. You look great. Do you have the blazer on?
Yeah, man. First week.
We're both wearing glasses. We're both wearing blazers. Yep. This is
Yep. I've got the Karen liberal glasses on. So
the chick who stole the ball at the Bills game.
Yeah, they're hot in the streets these days.
Not a good look. Not a good look. Saw that.
Although you could argue that she made that kid's night even more memorable because he got a gift back from the Marlins. Harrison Bader signed a bat. I'd rather have all that than a lousy baseball.
I would agree. Was it an inside job?
May have been.
That's what people need to know. We have NFL. We have 14 more NFL games that we have got to pick. We have got lines for all these. Every single one of them. We're going to go right down. We brought our ringer in. He's going to give us the data. He's going to give us the analytics, the any other analytics you can spin off of that. We're going to have them, and then we're going to pick these games. Dad, blame it. Here we go. As you can see, Eagles. No, they did win. Chiefs lost. That was terrible. Actually, it was great. I loved watching that. Sometimes you just forget how freaking much of a howitzer that Justin Herbert has. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, his arm.
Yeah. Laser beam.
I thought you meant
laser hose.
Never mind.
This is not a Will Levis. This is not a Will Levis reference.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on board.
First game up. A lot of divisional games week 1. We go right into it. The most meaningless division in all of divisions. It's the NFC South. We got Baker Mayfield and the banged-up Buccaneers. Alliteration aside, I'll take my chances. Heading in to Michael Penix, whatever you want to, whoever's running the teleprompter, and the Falcons. Do we believe that the Falcons have fixed their pass rush? Do we think that the Buccaneers are going to be able to recreate last year with their prolific passing offense? The Falcons are 1.5-point home dogs. JBonez, what say you? Talk me out of the Falcons right now.
Well, first things first, we have to acknowledge this is going to be the Emeka Ibuka breakout game. Household name by 3:30 tomorrow. The Falcons made a hire. Splash hire Jeff Ulbrich. So he comes down from the Jets, where the Jets had number 4, number 5, number 6 in pressure rate the last 3 years. So in theory, the pieces are there. We'll get to the side, but I want to put out a little tidbit here. Baker Mayfield's rushing yards is only 13.5. You go back to the first 2 games we saw Jalen Hurts a lot of running. Justin Herbert closed it out with a scramble. Patrick Mahomes rushing touchdown. Baker hit that number 11 times last year, and the times that he didn't hit that number was when the defense was not getting the pressure. So if the pressure's there, Baker running. In 8 road games last year, Baker exceeded that number, going 20 plus in all. The difference of 28.6 average versus 17 rushing yards at home. So he may be scrambling. There is no Tristan Wirfs at tackle. Add it all up. You want a little prop start day, take that Baker Mayfield 13 and a half over. Take it all up to 20. Take it up to 25. We'll see some action there. This is like one of
that
those.
Is 90. That's 103 on the corner right there coming out of the gate, my friend. I like that.
So Michael Penix didn't play the preseason, which is wild considering what he played. How many games last year? A handful starts?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that guy. Yeah, I don't know if he's that guy.
3 or 4.
Skip the preseason. I think the Bucs injury report is an absolute nightmare. However,
yes, it is.
They are missing Liam Cohen now, so don't forget that. We'll get to him later.
Well, I mean, the Bucs. Can they recreate it? Can they do it again? Do we trust? And I don't know what to make of the Falcons. Why is this 1.5? Do they really think the Falcons? I think we do this every year with the Falcons. We're like, hey, the Falcons, they're one of those teams you got to watch out for. And then they start playing football, and you're like, last year they could not get to the quarter. They were the worst, one of the, if not the worst, getting to the quarterback.
See, here's the thing with Week 1. Week 1's a liar. All right.
Okay, fair enough.
Eagles defense looks shoddy. Well, they didn't have Jalen Carter. It's a lie. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers. It's over. Well, you can see the Chargers choke, throw 10 interceptions in a playoff game. The Chiefs are on their way to another Super Bowl. That being said, Bucs probably have the division. They got the team to win the division.
Yeah.
Falcons, divisional home dog, steal at Week 1. It's a lie. Don't get too excited.
What do you think? Falcons here?
Falcons outright.
Falcons. Let's go. Yeah. Todd Bowles is great defensive mind. Yeah. Doesn't speak softly. He's very odd to see a man like that who's that well defensively renowned. Speak that softly. It makes my brain hurt sometimes when he does his press conference. I'm like, he seems so nice. He can't have such a ferocious defense. Anyways, that means nothing to anything that we're talking about. Other than, let's move on to the next one. On Fox, 1 p.m., another divisional rivalry right out of the gate. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals head to the hottest quarterback destination in the NFL, apparently, the Cleveland Browns. And the Browns are 5.5-point home dogs, which I saw a stat that I can't remember that was like, whoa, 5.5-point home dogs in division. That's not a good number for the Bengals, because if you believe in the Bengals with their no offensive line and 0 defense, I mean, well, who are we kidding? Where are we going here? What are we doing?
I think the stat you may have seen is last year in the first 3 weeks, underdogs of 5.5 or more points went 13-2 against the spread, 9-6 straight up. You look at the Bengals, and the talk is, they suck the first 2 weeks, right? Zach Taylor's 1-10 the first 2 weeks.
Yes.
They call him Joe Burrow in 2. This is the first time Joe Burrow's had a real offseason, real camp, real preseason. Got drafted in 2020, dealt with COVID. Then he tore his ACL, rehabbed that for the 2021 season. 2022, finally healthy, ready to go. No, emergency appendectomy in July. 2023 comes right before camp's about to break. Strains his calf, treatment all off season. And then last year, he's coming off that wrist surgery. So finally, Joe Burrow healthy. Joe Burrow lighted it up last year. He's, an elite quarterback. He's in that top 3 conversation with every talking head, despite what they have to say about him before. Joe Burrow is routinely in the top 3. That being said, I think the Browns are somewhat of a joke. I think they're somewhat in a tank mode before Arch Manning in Columbus last week. Was Jimmy Haslam going to go chase down old buddy to, get Arch in the camp and finally they'd have a real quarterback in Cleveland?
No, you don't want that guy.
A lot of jokes. Joe Flacco, I think the magic wore off. We saw it 2 years ago. Great. Last year, he just didn't have it. Dylan Gabriel's, whatever. Shador's going to hear the chirps. There's a chance Deshaun Watson's calf comes back or Achilles comes back and he's the quarterback at some point in the middle of the year. That being said, I think the Browns are kind of a lot of people hoping maybe they flashed the defense they had at home games 2 years ago. But regardless, Bengals made some adjustments. Their defense was disgusting last year. Swiss cheese of all kinds.
Terrible.
Lines don't matter. They'll cover it. I think you want to sprinkle something. Maybe sprinkle a 3-touchdown win for the Bengals running away.
Whoa. I see all that. I see the 5.5 Browns. They're at home. It's going to be, this is crazy. Like you're saying, I think the Bengals statement, there's like, I mean, we remember last year, right? They lost to the Patriots week 1, and that ended up being one of the losses that kept them out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to
Joe
the
Burrow
Patriots.
too, man. They find a way.
Unbelievable. I'm with you. Bengals. 5.5. Lock it in. Okay, we move to a non-divisional matchup. The Miami Dolphins, who I have no idea who they are. I have no idea what they're doing. They have Tua, and they have Tyreek, who's not a captain anymore. They have Achan, who
Chip on
got
his
hurt.
shoulder. Chip on his shoulder.
Against the Colts, oddly enough, favored at home 1.5, and the Colts with the whole Anthony Richardson, is he the guy? No, he's not the guy. He never was the guy. Should have never been drafted as the guy, because if you're anybody who knows anything, he can't complete a pass. He can't have more than 50% completion percentage. But the Colts do have a freak tight end, a very good receiving core, a very solid running back, and usually a pretty good offensive line. Where do we go on this one, JBonez?
So I think maybe last year got a little bit silly in Miami. Tyreek Hill's arrested. He's on the pavement getting cuffed before week 1. He's not a captain anymore. Chip's back on the shoulder. What do the Dolphins definitely have going into tomorrow? For maybe the last time all season, they have a healthy Tua. Trust the healthy Tua. Devin Achane in out, maybe not. Ollie Gordon. I played last year college football. He won the Heisman, had Oklahoma State in the playoff. Ollie Gordon's a good running back based on
Very
that
good.
metric right there.
Very good.
I just saw a story today. So Jim Irsay passes away. His daughter takes over. His daughter will be on headset as an owner, listening to the chatter upstairs, downstairs to the quarterback.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't like that kind of micromanagement. I think that Shane Steichen's going to feel the boss breathing down his back. I know they're a 1-point favorite. Quite frankly, this could go any which way. If you told me it was a 5-point favorite, I believe you did. Healthy Tua, Dolphins on the turf.
I think Dolphins too. I was just like, the Colts, what are we doing here?
Still Daniel Jones. I mean, you laugh at Anthony Richardson. Daniel Jones is.
Yes. Not ideal. Pat McAfee's not walking through that door.
No. He might walk through the door, but he'll be stoned in his booth in the end zone. So.
Also, they have the dude who sings those songs.
Those songs.
These are our Colts. We love them. That guy.
Yeah.
Seth DeFlo.
Bless your heart for knowing that quick.
They get that. I'm on social media way too much, I guess, is the problem. I see his videos all over the place, which I like every single one. I'm a fan. Good for that guy. But yeah, I think Dolphins here. I'm not going to fight you on the Colts. The only thing I would say is like Jim Irsay legacy game, Jim Irsay memorial game is, who's going to tweet, is the roof open? We're close. That's her first. Get the headset off and figure out if you're going to open the damn roof, lady. Figure that out.
Before you do the next game, I got a trivia question for you and fans that are watching. All right, 3 players in the history of NFL were 6'5" and ran a 4.3 30. Give me any one of the 3.
Calvin Johnson.
There's one.
Who knows ball?
You want another one?
Yes.
Talking goats in this conversation.
I don't. 6'5". Ran a 4.33. Who is it?
Randy Moss is number 2.
Oh, okay. Yep.
The comment section, figure out number 3. We'll come back to when we cover their game.
I like that.
Yep.
It's not a Panther. It's a Cam Newton. That guy, dude, by the way, the other night, I don't know what YouTube was doing with their halftime analysis show, but getting him out there was worst case scenario. You got to find somebody that actually knows how to dissect film, because Cam Newton does not.
I feel disrespected by the YouTube game because personally I couldn't rewind anything or go back. I have kids. I get up, I get a bottle. I got to come back. I missed a play. I want to see the play. I want to go back. I can't do.
Mm.
Give me a DVR. That's all I ask. Kyle Pitts. Whew,
Mm.
we already talked Falcons, so
Dude.
there's a clue.
I've heard it's Kyle Pitts' breakout year. He's only 23,
23,
whatever,
the GOAT.
whatever he is.
Jalen Hurts'
Okay,
best friend.
here we go. 1:00. Jaguars. Everybody's all hot and bothered. Liam Cohen, Duval, and all that nonsense. And they take on the Carolina Panthers at home. Carolina Panthers made one of the best signings in NFL history this offseason by bringing in the punter, Sam Martin. Do we think Bryce Young has it? They already lost Jalen Coker. They're going to rely on Chuba Hubbard. They've got Xavier Legette teaching people how to eat raccoon. They've got Ted McMillan, who's coming in there. Their defense still was awful against the Browns whenever they had the ones out there in the preseason. And then we get the Jaguars. Who's running back? I don't know. They draft Travis Hunter. What's he going to do? Nobody's really sure. He could be a decent corner and a very average wide receiver, but hey, he can play both sides of the ball. Trevor Lawrence, what are we going to do with Trevor Lawrence? Nobody knows. Is he elite? Doesn't look like it, but he's been hurt the past 3 years. So what do we make of Jaguars 2.5-point home favorites taking on the Panthers?
Well, you talk Liam Cohen coming off the Bucs offensive coordinator. People forget. Dave, what's his name? Dave Canales?
Yeah.
Panthers head coach. Where'd he come from?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. So you got the Tampa Bay Bowl here in Jacksonville tomorrow. So
love that.
They got ATN and Bigsby, and okay. Maybe last year it looked like flash in the pan, thunder, lightning kind of combination. They played in London. They finally pounded some rock with Tank Bigsby and thought maybe he had something. I think this Byshul Tootin is going to be your Jags running back. If you haven't picked him up on a waiver wire in your fantasy league, go ahead and grab him now because he's going to eat by the end of September. Absolutely. A lot of focus probably going to be on Brian Thomas, right? He's ascending to top 5, top 10 receiver rankings, and obviously Travis Hunter, what's he going to do? How many snaps on both sides of the ball? Kind of making a mockery of two different positions, thinking he could play on both sides of the ball in the National Football League.
Yeah, I don't like
Take a look at Brenton Strange, the tight end, because he may be the guy that's eating some receptions over the middle, a little safety blanket for Trevor Lawrence. Is he a bust? Conversations already starting to kick up. All that being said, I think Ted McMillan was a little bit ouchy. I saw him show up on some injury reports, questionable.
He has been the whole year, it seems.
It's a wild pick. I mean, he's got the physicals, but he played in the Pac or the Big 12 now.
Yeah, Arizona.
Some say doesn't play defense. So I don't know if he's NFL ready, if that's going to be an issue. I think the Jaguars are kind of under some pressure here. A lot of guys on there mentioned Trevor Lawrence. It's time. If he doesn't, he could be like a future Steelers quarterback, maybe once they're done with the Aaron Rodgers experiment.
That's a hot take right there.
Yeah, mark the tape for next year when he's sunshining the South Side. Listen, until we see the Panthers do something really monumental, I think the Jaguars, at least, they were a playoff team not long ago with a lot of the core players that are still there. Figure out how to run the ball. Figure out how to use some weapons that you finally have on offense. Jags cover.
I agree. The Panthers, they have to show something, anything. I also, especially on defense, I also think it's ironic that the Hall of Fame is a bust, but if you stink, you're also a bust. Just ipso facto. Love it, Jags.
It's almost more impressive to just be average. No bust.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, that's what Vince Vaughn said in Dodgeball. He's like, look, I don't set goals. I find if I don't set goals, I never have to achieve anything, and then I'm never disappointed. So that's pretty much what that Panthers-Jags game is. It's like, I'm going to watch it, but I don't really, now I do care who wins. I want the Jags to absolutely smoke them. No, if I would actually, like BMO said, keep punting. So
Jim Tressel, most important play in football is the punt.
Facts. They're giving you the ball. Take it. Okay, next matchup. Raiders going on the road to the New England Patriots. The new built, now also revenge game from Pete Carroll not running the football on the 1-yard line and throwing an interception to said Patriots to lose the Super Bowl on the 1-yard line. But he takes his newly formed Las Vegas Raiders with the Ashton Jeanty and the Geno Smith backfield. Just hit me right on the fly, dude. Geno Smith, let's go. That's so bad. But that's what I'm going to call it from now on, the Geno Smith. Jacoby Myers is mad, so they don't know who's going to play wide receiver. But they do have Brock Bowers, who's sporting a new haircut. It's just, oh my gosh, dude. Mississippi State just scored.
Well,
What in the world?
Big win, or is that over?
60-yard touchdown. 30 seconds to go. Arizona State went on like a 9-minute drive, kicked a field goal because they couldn't punch it in to go up 20-17. They kick it off to Mississippi State. Mississippi State just throws a 60-yard touchdown pass. Holy moly. We interrupt breaking news. Sorry if you're listening to this on the podcast.
Live TV, baby.
Wow.
All right.
I get flashing out of the corner of my eyes. I'm talking about Brock Bowers' bald head, and I'm like, what just happened? And
is that real? Did Brock Bowers really shave his head?
Yes, he did.
Who's the other one? It was Brock Bowers. I don't know if he shaved his head. Did Brock Bowers shave his head?
Yes.
It wasn't AI.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's a good question, though.
Yeah, I know.
Good point, BMO. Yep. Revenge game for Josh McDaniels, too. There's a lot of revenge games. I love how you can find a revenge narrative for anything. But the Raiders.
The Patriots fired Pete Carroll.
Oh. Also, by the way, Christian Gonzalez is not playing in this game.
Yeah, that's big. That's a big note that we have
huge.
Here.
So the Patriots are 3.5-point favorites at home. They've got the Drake May Express. They got the new Vrabel show. They've got Travion Henderson. They've got, all these this revamped. How is that guy wide open? Revamped defensive front, so on and so forth. But they don't have Christian Gonzalez. That's a big deal. What say you? I don't know where I'm leaning. I feel like I'm leaning to the Raiders just because without Christian Gonzalez, that's just tough. That's tough for me. I don't get it. But anyways.
Mike Vrabel, former Buckeye, my favorite new coach hire in this cycle.
Yep. Great hire.
Barrett Johnson, Liam Cohen. Okay, great. Vrabel's a culture guy. Going back to a place he played and won Super Bowls in. Sounds like my favorite kind of new coach, young quarterback ascending together. You saw the Commanders make the playoffs last year with that model. Houston did it 2 years ago. The Vikings to some extent in 22. So it's like every year you get that new hire playoff team. I like Vrabel. That being said, Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator. People forget Chip Kelly right here. Right here,
Woo!
Chip Kelly.
OC for the Buckeyes last year.
I think he is a mastermind. I am an Eagles fan who liked Chip Kelly as the head coach. I think it's good to see him back in the NFL. And he's a gamesman. And they rolled a lot of 11 personnel out in the preseason. A lot of that single tight end. Look, people forget they have two pretty good tight ends. And that's kind of a stalwart of a Chip Kelly offense in the NFL is using those two tight ends. So if Mike Vrabel isn't careful and leans too much in this 11 personnel, tries to match, could get burnt when they show out with two tight ends and start feeding Bowers and letting him be the best tight end in football. And there's an interception from Mississippi State. Following up on my trivia question number 3, the third player in the history of the NFL was 6'5", ran a 4.330. Dante Thornton Jr., who for a hot minute looked like maybe wasn't going to get playing time when Amari Cooper came home, but he retired. So Dante Thornton in, Christian Gonzalez out, Chip Kelly doing his thing, Brock Bowers, awesome. Let Geno Smith spin the ball. They have a senior citizen as a head coach. It makes no sense. That being said, Raiders outright cover the points.
Love it. I'm right there with you. I'm not going to disagree 1 second. I was hot and bothered by the Patriots initially. But I just think there's too much veteran presence for the Raiders on the road in this. I feel like all the hype is in the Patriots' corner. I feel like this is trap game. I think it's trap game right now. It's trap game for the Patriots. Calling it week 1 trap game. I like it.
All right. We settled one trivia question, but I came prepared with 2.
I love it.
Name the wide receiver that's caught passes from the last 5 MVPs in the season they won the MVP.
Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
That's a winner. Brock Purdy, how you feel about him?
When they signed him, that was the exact thing I thought. I was like, wait a minute, this guy's the MVP maker.
Before the
It's like
comment section
Thanos.
comes out, Brett's going to Google it and see on Wikipedia that Lamar Jackson won an MVP in that stretch. However, that same season, Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl MVP. So qualify it.
Well, I think this is all setting up for Brock Purdy's swan song.
I've got so many things to talk about the 49ers. We'll get there when we get there.
We will get there, and I will not back down. We were picking the 49ers. I don't care about it. You could give me every you can give me every single metric you want to give me, but there is no way on earth. We'll get there when we get there. Next up, this is probably the suckiest game of all games on this day. This has nothing. Well, I mean, I don't care to watch the Cardinals play. Are they going to be good? Who cares?
Dolphins Colts is pretty miserable.
Yeah, but at least you can watch that game and be like, wow, Daniel Jones is still a starting quarterback. Like, Tua, what's going to happen with that? There's actually some intrigue there, the Irsay thing, But this game right here, the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, what is this, his second or third year for is it Gannon? Jonathan Gannon?
Gannon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jonathan Gannon.
Eagles.
From
DC.
the Eagles. Their defense is supposed to be way better. James Conner is still running the football. Love that guy. They've torn the goalpost down in Starkville, Mississippi. I love this. Also, check out the graphic where I said this is upset alert city. Quarterback's pretty good. That guy from Mississippi State is spinning. The Saints couldn't figure out who they wanted to name the quarterback. They drafted Tyler Shuck. They ended up starting Spencer Rattler. They announced Alvin Kamara is still there. I don't know I have no idea where they're going, what they're doing. The Saints are a bad football team, and everybody's predicting them to finish last. And the Cardinals, you would think, would win this game, but I don't know if you can trust the Cardinals. Like, as a favorite, 5.5. I just don't know if you can trust them. Who knows what we're going to get with Kyler Murray? What say you?
Cardinals started off strong last year, then kind of crumbled after the bye. I think the Saints, like you said, are destined to be a winless team, maybe. They're on that inside track for Garrett Nussmeier. A little nepotism, his father being the offensive coordinator of the Saints. He's, Narland's boy coming home after a year with LSU. Listen, Cardinals run the ball, right? I like James Conner. I like the yards props. They get a lead, they'll just pound them into the ground. You're going to get your yards from James Conner. You mentioned the defense for the Cardinals. I think Jonathan Gannon's finally got his personnel so he can run his defense. Last year, a bit of a shell, kind of like just this is what we got. Took a couple free agency drafts, etc. cycles to get the right guys. He has them now. The one piece I do like on the Saints, talk Eagles with Jonathan Gannon, Kellen Moore just came from the Eagles. And he does have a knack for taking his primary receiver and moving them all around the ball, get your XO matchup you like, and feed him some targets. So Chris Olave, hasn't had the career he probably should have had with all the concussions. That being said, he's healthy. So the same way Tua is healthy. Olave healthy, put him in the slot a little bit. Set him out wide, maybe some motion, backfield. I like his targets. I've bet it all the way up to 6 receptions. Whoa. I get some plus juice on that. I put it with all the other things I mentioned, the Baker Mayfield. I like the James Conner yards. I know earlier I mentioned how these 6-point spreads in week 1 are kind of good news for the dog, but trust the coach, trust the quarterback. Cardinals, route them.
Yeah, I think that's a safe. I look at the Saints and I'm like, they have Kamara. That's it. That's all I can. And even he's not been very efficient the last few years. So Saints going to be the Aints. May see some paper bags back in the Superdome. I hope not. Nobody wants to see anybody else return to that. Nobody wants to see that.
We got a revenge game.
Revenge game. Pittsburgh Steelers at the New York Jets. Couple of things from this game. The Steelers, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers, they had DK Metcalf. They finally get Cam Hayward settled on the eve of football.
Oh, so nice you'll be able to put some food on the table.
Yeah, I hate it for that guy.
God bless his family finally going to eat. It's so great.
Didn't know where he was going to get his next meal from, and he's had to walk his daughters down the aisle at graduation, all that boo-hoo,
Make a wish.
They get Aaron Rodgers. We have no idea what to expect from that. The Jets go get Justin Fields and basically come out and say, we're going to run basically the sling tee and a military, an academy's college football type of offense where we run it 70 times a game. So thoughts and prayers. Everybody has Garrett Wilson on your fantasy football team, but they're going to try to lean on their defense. We don't know what the Steelers are going to do. They just paid Jalen Warren. They drafted the guy Caleb Johnson. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to run the offense. Him and Arthur Smith. They bring in his old friend Jonnu Smith, who pretty much goes everywhere Arthur Smith goes. So what do you think? I have to pick the Steelers here. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season. I don't
I
trust
think
the
you're
Jets.
getting suckered by a good poker player right now with this wing T nonsense. Go back. Go ahead. Get out your Google machine and search Ohio State 2020 Clemson highlights. And you're going to see Justin Fields taking the top off of an elite defense in college football, nailing Garrett Wilson. There's the chemistry that teams dream about. That connection will be alive all year. That's the real revenge here. Justin Fields had that offense humming for the Steelers. They looked like a team that not only was going to be a 500 or better team,
love it,
but maybe a deep playoff team. And for some silly reason, because of some nonsense, Russell Wilson had to take over and ruin the Steelers season. You could see it from a mile away. I saw it. I called it. I said, this is going to be a problem, guys. And you know what? It was a problem. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know that he doesn't care. He's just out there slinging the rock. It blows my mind that you see teams like the Bears. Bears knew they had a crappy offensive line. They got a guy from the Falcons. They got a guy from the Chargers. Okay, we're going to improve our offensive line. Every year I get the papers. I see the Steelers are like, oh, the 26th offense, oh, the 27th. They never have an offensive line. And now they don't have a running back. How do you win in the NFL? You pound the rock. Go ahead, look. Rush attempts. You're going to get quarterback rush attempts with the Jets. You're going to get Brees Hall rush attempts. Mr. Allen, who's probably the dark horse fantasy guy that you should be targeting if you want a Jets running back. That all being said, Aaron Rodgers is 0-3 in his last 3 week ones. He's thrown 1 touchdown against 4 interceptions. It's the lowest over-under on the entire board tomorrow. Take the dog. They'll probably cover it. Win outright. Jets.
I just want to do it just so I can root for the Jets because I would love to see the Steelers lose. What I want from the Steelers is just Tomlin and him never, both of them, Tomlin trying to be as creative as he can.
Okay.
And yes. And then Aaron Rodgers being as passive aggressive as he can. So you've just got these.
Not act like he has weapons. Jonnu Smith and DK Metcalf. You double DK. Who's the Steelers receiver?
The dude, Roman
Wilson. Ooh.
Yeah.
How's Aaron Rodgers do with young receivers historically?
Great. He loves them. Hey, Mike Tomlin's never loses a season.
Who's their running back? Name the Steelers running back.
Jalen Warren. Caleb Johnson.
Ooh.
I know. Look.
Best case scenario, they stink, and maybe the Eagles can get Darius Slay back.
Oh yeah, they traded Minka Fitzpatrick. I forgot they brought in Jalen Ramsey. Come on.
Yes. Yeah.
The ghost of Jalen Ramsey, the corpse of Jalen Ramsey. There's your Heisman buddy, John Mateer.
He's good.
Dude can sling it. He's a little bit sidearm. He's fallen a little too sidearmy for me, but that dude's a baller.
Cheat code. Hire offensive coordinator and get his quarterback in the transfer portal.
That's what Western Kentucky did, I think, didn't they? They got
also,
that.
Mateer did. Mateer in Washington.
Yeah. Maverick McIver out of Western Kentucky. Guys throwing like 700 yards a game. Okay, we got the Jets. Now we got to move on.
Russell Wilson.
They what?
I said, speaking of Russell Wilson, here he comes.
Speaking of, there we go. Division rivalry again. The Giants bringing in Jameis, bringing in Russell, drafted Jackson Dart, drafted more defensive linemen to put up front. Getting old Cam Scatterboo there. Malik Neighbors having some back issues. Nobody's thinking about the Giants. They go to the Commanders, and I think, is this the biggest spread of the day, the weekend, where the Commanders just continue. They finally signed Terry McLaurin. They got Jaden Daniels in the second year with his virtual reality goggles. Pretty much intact, I would say. They bring in Deebo Samuel, and they are basically 49ers East. In the front office, some on the field too, trading Brian Robinson to the 49ers, so on and so forth. I think this is going to be an absolute massacre. I think this is going to be bad.
For who?
For the Commanders.
Huh.
I think they're going to destroy the Giants.
Interesting. Have you seen the Giants pass rush?
Yes, but they have the perfect answer to that. It's Jaden Daniels.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Who was the Commanders quarterback last year?
Jaden Daniels.
And the Giants matchups, they played twice, and it was a 3 and a 5 point spread. That included a game where the Giants didn't have a kicker. Had to go for it every time on fourth down. I'm just saying. Dan Quinn, 1-4 last 5 years of week one. In fact, last 5 times he had a week one. I don't know. Can you here, another trivia bonus for you. Can you name the oldest starting roster in the NFL?
Oh, it's the Commanders.
Oh, by a long shot.
Yeah.
Almost a full year older than the old prior record.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of people, the Commanders had a lot of one-score victories last year, just like the Chiefs. Regression to the mean. Saw a one-score game Friday night. Chiefs on the wrong side of that. Big spread. Divisional matchups tend to be closer. You actually go back and look at the history of this rivalry. It is a lot. You think Steelers-Ravens was like for the longest time a field goal either way every single time.
Yeah.
A team just field goal. The Giants and Commanders are very similar. There's one outlier, but we've seen tie games in this rivalry in the last 4 years. They play twice? It's 8 games. We've seen ties. We saw one kind of blowout. But outside of that, we've seen one-score games. I think you get a one-score game. Commanders kind of pull it off. You get the Jaden Daniels magic one drive down the end, but it's week one for him too. I think it's another quarterback. We talk about rushing, scrambling. Jaden Daniels could be another option here. So Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields, Baker Mayfield. Rush yards could be attractive. Go chase him. Cam Ward in the next one. Bo Nix in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Something to consider. Giants are in this weird position right now where Brian Dable's kind of almost on a hot seat.
Yep.
He's now stuck with the Russell Wilson problem for a month. But meanwhile, Jackson Dart doesn't pay his tolls. However, you see that? He doesn't know how to easy pass works. Just keeps racking up tolls, just driving through them. Doesn't care. Figure it out later.
Savage. That's what I'm talking about.
Jackson Dart shows up to be quarterback. Giants are going to be a problem.
I agree.
That pass rush is stupid.
Pass rush is outrageous. I mean, they got Kayvon Thibodeau. They got
Brian Burns.
Abdul Carter.
Wanted to be an Eagle. People forget. Made his own Eagles Super Bowl merchandise at home to wear to the parade.
So what do you think?
Fourth one.
Is it Dexter Lawrence?
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I think they keep it close enough. Division game. Brian Dable's kind of on the hot seat. Commanders are the star. Everyone's all excited about them.
Oh, yeah. Well, they had an easy schedule last year. And like you said, they had a bunch of one-score games.
Yeah.
Their defense sucked. Let's not forget about that. Their defense was awful last year.
With a defensive head coach.
So I don't know what they've done to remedy their
Adam. Keep talking yourself into it.
Should we do it? Should we go Giants? The New York Football Giants.
Yeah, the 6-point spreads are fake in week one.
I'm on it then.
All right.
I like it. You talked me into it. I agree.
All right.
I can't wait for you. Can't wait for like 4 o'clock for you to just send me eyeball emojis when the Giants are marching down to potentially tie or take the lead. That would be incredible. Speak it into existence. Come on, Russell Wilson. Next, late games. Here we go. Tennessee Titans, number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward coming to town. Calvin Ridley at the Denver Broncos, one of the hottest names in football, the Denver Broncos. They go over and get a whole bunch of 49ers players, Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga, Evan Ingram they bring in. They draft R.J. Harvey. They sign Cortland Sutton. Everybody, one of the best defenses in football without a question. Everybody's picking them to be the representative of the AFC West. I don't think people expect much from the Titans this year. Our golden boy, Will Levis, out for the year because he had a massive collarbone injury. This game, 7.5 is a lot. Let's not forget that the Broncos, their wins last year were against quarterbacks who suck. Right? They won a lot of games against bad quarterbacks. So I don't know how good they really are. I know their defense is good. What say you?
Either the Broncos are about to be awesome, or all the relationships that Sean Payton made while he was doing media for however many years it was and now just keep spewing this Bronco. It's like every single person. Steelers sling. That's easy. Every single person we saw, Diana Rossini, Peter Schrager, Adam Shea, everyone just love it. Oh, I love this team. I love this team. I love this team. They've got running back now, J.K. Dobbins. So that's good. Finally got rid of that bum from North Carolina.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Cam Ward, is he just another bum quarterback?
I'm rooting so hard for him because of what they did to him. They buried him. It's so funny that the media, they gave him 0 primetime games. We had to sit here and watch Caleb Williams parade for 2 years in a row. And Cam Ward's the #1 pick, and he gets 0 primetime games. They had Caleb Williams in primetime before he could even was even close to the NFL.
Well, he sells nail polish on the side, so
yeah, it's just
target man and women.
Now I'm like, they didn't even put Cam Ward's first preseason game on the NFL Network. It's like, dude, let this guy. So now I'm just like, I just want to root for him. So I mean, he came all the way from Incarnate Word for crying out loud. Nate Dogg's here. Yes, Nate.
Well, either the Broncos are going to be good or they're not.
Yeah. He says he's going Broncos, easiest one here, Broncos country. Okay. He says Broncos 7.5, no question, Nate.
Elevation, could that be a problem? That's like income tax guy. Oh, he signed in Texas, no income tax.
What do you think? You think it's 7.5? You think, or do the Titans shock the world and cover 7.5?
I don't know. The Titans looked decent last year sometimes.
Well, if Will Levis wasn't throwing,
yeah, who's their other quarterback? They had the old Steeler,
Mason Rudolph.
That Monday night game looked kind of, I don't know. I don't know their head coaches.
Callahan, offensive coordinator from Cincy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So nothing to Brian Callahan. I'm pretty sure he came over from Cincinnati. I'm fairly certain.
And if you're the Broncos and you think you're going to be like, the bee's knees and win the West,
should we go all in
on the Chiefs go down on Friday? Why not jump out and go, hey, we're here playing our flag?
You think they win by more than a touchdown? That's the question. What does the model say? What does we need a model? We need an analytics machine. Or should we just give this to Nate and then blame Nate if they don't cover? Because Nate seems to be pretty.
There you go. There you go.
You know what, Nate?
Nate,
boom.
You're the guy.
Nate, you're a Broncos insider. Nate, if the Broncos don't cover 7.5, we want you right back here next week, and we will berate you and tell you, hey, give us another Broncos winner. Okay, now. The real game of the afternoon. Don't tell me about Lions and Packers. I do not care. This is the real game. Another divisional game. Don't tell me about Texans, Rams. Don't care about that either. The San Francisco 49ers in a new era. An era where they've paid their quarterback. An era where they're not going to rely on the run. An era where their defense is not what it was. It's not the defense of yesteryear. An era where a guy that nobody wanted was drafted last will take this team and do something that no other quarterback has done and put that team on his back with his massive quads and his nice Ariat boots deal. And he will carry this team to the promised land with the easiest schedule in the NFL. Everybody's doubting him. His starting running back already with calf issues, same as last year. Defense, younger than it's ever been. Wide receivers, not very plentiful. Running backs all hurt. It falls on one man, and this man is 3-0 in Seattle. So if he goes in there and goes to 4-0 in Seattle and wins, gets the 49ers to 1-0, I made a bet with everybody that the 49ers should win every game in September. They'll be 4-0 in September, and it starts right here in Seattle. Seattle, I don't care. You bring over Sam Darnold, second-rate quarterback behind Brock Purdy, couldn't beat him out. DK Metcalf's gone. Their defense is supposed to be pretty good. So we'll see. I have seen reports that the 49ers fans are already projected to be 55-45. Whatever happened to that stadium, too, by the way? What a shame. What a shame.
Timeout. They are 9-1 in week 1 since that stadium opened. So where you get this 45% from?
No. The fans are going to be 45%, 55% 49ers fans, 45%. I saw it. I saw a stat.
Where are you getting these the minion voting machines giving you these stats? What happened to the 49ers last year? I forget.
What do you mean?
Like, why
Like,
didn't they win a Super Bowl?
Oh, injuries. Lots of
Oh,
injuries.
like who?
Lots of injuries.
Anyone in particular?
Everybody,
Oh,
except
what's
for
the running back's name? Wasn't he good?
Christian McCaffrey.
Did he get hurt last year?
Yes.
Huh. Still first round pick though, fancy, right?
Yes.
Well, he'll be all right then with him, right? He's playing tomorrow, right?
They got Brian Robinson.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, they got like guys that got
Junior.
shot in the offseason.
Yeah, they got two guys that got shot.
Yeah, they come
Put
out to
them
many
together.
men. Listen, I did a little exercise where I went through and I picked every single game just to see what happens. And I got to the end, and I had the Eagles were 13-5. That had up 13-4, 14-5. Yeah, 5 losses.
Yeah.
The Packers were making a strong push.
No, don't do that.
Then I look, and I had the 49ers with 2 losses because their schedule is remarkable. They play the worst quarterbacks, the worst head coaches. This is going to be their hardest game. We got to get Sam Darnold now in Seattle, who had like a historic collapse down the stretch last year with the Vikings. He's
called
almost
it, by the way.
Kind of in like a chip on his shoulder thing.
No.
You know who else they added? How about that? What was it? Clint Kubiak?
Yep.
You remember how awesome the Saints were in the first 2 weeks last year?
Yep.
Just never even they scored a touchdown on every single possession. Could be problematic tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna pound the rock. Kenneth Walker, look out.
Oh yeah.
JSN doesn't have to share catches with DK Metcalf. Doesn't have to share catches with
Tyler
Lockett.
Yep.
JSN, dog. You're not gonna let me take the Seahawks. I understand that.
No, that's not happening.
You'll get an eye emoji at 6:30 tomorrow.
You will, and it's warranted, or you will get one, and I will. It will be.
But as a guy who picked the 49ers to win a lot of football games, I like the Seahawks.
I'm not picking them. I can't do it. Now, there will be games where I will be. We have to be objective. This is about winning. And I believe they're going to win this game. I think this division goes in like cycles, and right now the 49ers own the Seahawks, except for that last year when freaking Geno Smith ran that ball in. I was so mad. But we're picking the Niners, so that's just all there is to it.
All right.
And you can eyeball emoji, and you can come on here, and if they stink, you can let me have it. You can let me have it, but I don't think they're going to.
I told you, I think they're going to win a lot of football games.
You just don't think they're going to win this football game.
Yeah.
Okay. We're picking the Niners.
Let me ask you a question. A little segue here. Does it grind your gears that instead of like a Trey Lance, they could have used those picks on a guy like a Micah Parsons?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was stupid when they drafted Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I don't trust, given what I've seen in college football the last year or two, as far as these slam dunk quarterbacks,
He was not a slam dunk.
No, I'm just like, but all these people that are telling me the Arch Mannings of the world are great, and the DJ Lagways, and they're just a slam, and they just put them up there and don't even think about it. It's like I'm watching these guys play, and I'm watching DJ Lagway throw the ball 17 feet over somebody's head on a crossing route that's 5 yards in front of his face. Anyway,
still think you'd have been really happy if you went Justin Fields in that draft.
I think it would
probably a couple Super Bowls.
I think it would have been better. I would have been fine with Justin Fields. I didn't want Trey Lance.
Hey, Mac Jones is finally a 49er. Some say that there was a dispute in the draft room that night, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Kyle wanted Mac Jones. Ownership wanted Trey Lance because he threw like 20 passes in college football.
Dude. Everybody gets enamored with the running around and all this nonsense. Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. People are going to find out tomorrow. You just wait. Generational is what we were looking for. There you go. Okay, next game. Lions at the Packers. There's really not much that needs to be said about this other than the Packers did get Micah Parsons, and for some ungodly reason, we have to listen to everybody tell me that Jordan Love's the best NFC quarterback, and I've not. Based on what?
He was
Who
very
has he?
good last year
He finished third in
after
his.
getting injured.
He finished
Meh.
third in his division. He's won what? One
Yeah,
playoff game.
wins matter, and he missed a chunk of the season.
I'm sorry. I don't think he. I don't think he. I don't. He could be. I don't think he is right now. Prove me otherwise. But you know, and then the Lions obviously were decimated at the end of last year, and
They were
you know
pantsed.
their center retired. Big loss,
Lost a
right?
center, lost a lineman. A lot of turnover there. Offensive
Yeah.
coordinator, defensive coordinator. You know, the Packers are the only team that's top 5 offense and a top 5 defense, and they added Micah Parsons on top of that. It feels like they know it's time. Super Bowl or bust is going to be the conversation. And Parsons shows up, he's getting treatment, and he's already talking shit on the Lions. Like, he's in.
He's in.
He did get a weird shot somewhere. You're the more medical professional. I don't know if that's going to be an issue, but
Well, he got a facet joint epidural. Like, it's
going to give birth.
no, the facet joint is just it's the back part of the vertebrae where they rest on top of each other.
Oh, sounds problematic.
It can be if it's long term, but it's not like a. You don't want those little bones in there to start breaking because then you can get some vertebral shifting, and then your spinal cords kind of could get dinged. But I don't know. I don't. He'd be fine. It's physical therapy and time would fix it, but he's sitting in a podcast chair too much. He's got to stop that. I think that's part of the issue.
I know. Him and CJ Stroud, the podcast has really killed their aura.
Yeah.
Aura. I don't know which one it is. So
Aura.
Dan Campbell is 12-21 as a road dog. However, he's 6-2 against Matt LaFleur, and he's won in Lambeau the last 2 years. I was fully ready. I drafted Matthew Golden. This is going to be his breakout game. Then you look at the injury report for the Packers. There are 3 more receivers on the injury report. They're already without Christian Watson. I don't know who Jordan Love's throwing the ball to. That could be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
2 things that make me nervous is I got Warren Sharp's book right here, and he goes through and counts how many rest days team have. So, like the Eagles, for example, played on Thursday Night Football. When they go play the Chiefs next week, they're going to have a +1 day advantage rest because the Chiefs play on Friday. And he measured every single team. I'll have you know the Lions, 13 days of rest advantage. Half of their games they're going into having a rest advantage over their opponent, which is like the NFL knows they're going to be a step back, but they know they have a big brand here. Let's like give them a little bit of an advantage here, maybe help them out, baby them along the way. For comparison purposes, the Raiders are -19 days and the Saints are -14, so they kind of know maybe those are just they're gonna wear it on the chin. The only thing that makes me nervous about this game is the betting public. We're almost close to 80% taking the Lions.
What?
80% on the Lions. So I don't know who's touting your boy Jordan Love, but the betting public is not right now, and that makes me nervous.
My gut reaction is to go Packers.
I told you, I think this is like their year, right?
Till they meet the Niners, because they can't beat the Niners in the playoffs. I don't remember the last time it was like in the 90s sometime.
True.
I believe Packers. You think Packers? I like Packers.
I like Packers.
I do too.
Right.
Next game. Last game of the afternoon. The Houston Texans and the most expensive defense in football on the road at the LA Rams. Yeah.
More expensive than the Steelers.
Yeah. I saw it. It was either today or yesterday.
We're a stat guy. Let's get him on that.
Yeah. I think it just came out today. I don't have it to pull up, but the Texans, CJ Stroud, the Joe Mixon saga, the wide receivers from Iowa State, they're D'Amico Ryans, I guess, in his 3rd year. I mean, this is time to take the leap, this get out of the divisional round or whatever, the wild card round, that whole deal. They go to the Rams, who everybody loves, and they've got a young defense, and Matt Stafford is doing some, what's that silver RV that everybody, the Streamline RV, whatever it is, fixing his back, sitting there on a clear plastic chair, not practicing doing diddly poo because all of a sudden, oh, his back's fine. He's going to start Sunday. Well, no, yeah, dude, don't sit there and tell me you got a herniated disc and, then all of a sudden you're fine. It's not how herniated discs work, pal. Okay. Treat them every day. Anyways, where was I going with that? The Rams signed Kyron Williams. Puka Nacua. Cooper
Peter
Kupp's
Griffin
gone.
it right there.
Get him out. I don't know. The Rams. I can't pick the Rams, but I don't trust the Texans' offensive line against the Rams' defense. They still haven't fixed it for C.J. Stroud. I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, what do you think?
According to overthecap.com, the Texans defense is $124 million compared to the Steelers, 158.
Oh,
Yeah, Steelers are stupid with
what?
how much money they dump into the defense and then don't know why they pass, punt every game. All right, so we saw a little bit of a sophomore slump from C.J. Stroud. He became a podcaster. He came out of a celebrity softball game with some babe, porn star maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's all been downhill since there.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Stafford hardly practiced. The left tackle's got blood clots. Nick Chubb today, I was trying to find anything on this game, and he got that dreaded vote of confidence from C.J. Stroud about his being a year while Joe Mixon's doing God knows what. I agree the Texans have an elite defense. I'm interested in this turnover of the wide receiver position for the Rams, right? Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua kind of became the same guy, and Cooper Kupp wasn't doing it as well, so he's out. They bring in Devontae Adams, which is exciting. If, for whatever reason, Stafford's out and we see a Jimmy Garoppolo, Devontae Adams dynamic, that'll be a fun little watch. I can
Devontae Adams might
remember
retire.
he might just hold the title. Yep. You remember back when they got Stafford and all the Chris Collinsworth stories. I heard about Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp meet every day and go eat breakfast together and build this chemistry. And it's so Stafford's a hyperbolic chamber working on his back while Devontae Adams is catching passes from the guy he hates the most. I don't know if the chemistry's there. That could be an issue. I still like the Rams defense. They got a hell of a defensive line also.
That's what I'm saying. Jared Verse and the guy from Florida, the other guy from Florida State, Havenstein or whatever his name is.
The Texans are kind of like in probation. They got to prove it again. I know they were a playoff team, but you've ripped the NFC South earlier. I think you meant to rip the AFC South as being the joke division of football.
The whole South, which is ironic because the SEC, well, I don't believe the SEC. But most people believe the SEC is a good conference.
Well, they used to until the rest of college football could pay players. And what do you know? Which Big Ten graduates get real jobs that make real money.
Saban came out and said it without saying it, basically.
Yeah, he's sad that he can't just funnel money through the church anymore. Him and Dabo.
Dude, Clemson today. Troy getting smoked at home. They had to come back and win against Troy. Incredible.
Yeah. Bless their hearts. All right, so what are we doing here?
Texans or Rams?
Texans probated until they prove it. Rams think they may be able to win the division. Take this game serious.
I think Rams.
Yep.
I don't like the Rams. Sunday night game, Baltimore Ravens. Buffalo Bills.
Really exciting.
This is an MVP game. That's what they're going to do. It's got to be. That's how we do things in the NFL.
And it's Jalen Hurts' turn. They take turns.
But he didn't play. Who'd they play? They played the Cow. See, he didn't have an MVP game.
2 touchdowns. You have to have another ground.
You got to have another person in the MVP conversation so we could be like, oh, remember when they played head to head?
Okay.
So it's not Jalen Hurts. When Jalen Hurts plays Mahomes, they could be like, hey, MVP game
next week.
Yep. So there you go. We could do MVP game next week. Right now, this is the MVP game of the week. Lamar, Josh, revenge game. Ravens, by many, everybody regards their roster as the best roster in football. So, hey, that's what ESPN ranks them and Fox Sports, all those idiots. I'm just the guy that's sitting here saying, for one quarterback, that's a bad thing, but for another quarterback, it's okay. If one quarterback has a really good roster, it's a negative toward him. If the other one has a quarterback or another team has another quarterback has a really good team, we better be as critical at that quarterback who apparently is, light years ahead of the other quarterback I'm just saying to which both have no Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter. Anyways.
Well, Josh Allen stole the MVP from Lamar last year, so there's that revenge aspect too.
Gosh.
Stats, if you want to consider that. I'm just saying they take turns. I get it. It's the NFL.
Yes.
It's fine. Haley Steinfeld had a movie coming out. They had to cross promote, give him the trophy. I get it. I get it. It makes sense.
Good point. But Bills, new era, punter's gone, devastating loss to them.
Tyler Bass, not even kicking.
Not even kicking.
Matt Prater's kicking.
I mean, just so much turnover on the special teams. I don't even know how they're going to be able to handle this. But also, shout out Prater. We love Prater.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, 1.5 is the line here. Favor of the Bills at home.
I wrote a lot down for this game.
Good.
I wrote a lot down. So I watched the highlights from last year. Tale of two games. They played week 4. Actually, here's my notes from last year, week 4, because that was probably my best predictions ever. It was coming into a game.
Remember that.
That's a good thing. We're gonna get more information. These games tomorrow are the hardest of the year. We're gonna get stuff. And coming into that game, week 4 or week 5, it was after 4 games. It was a situation where the Bills were so good in the secondary, so good on defense. And it was really just a situation where they're playing teams that just kind of funneled the ball right into the strength of the Bills. And then here come the Ravens that did everything contrary to that and attacked the weaknesses. And I said, they're going to pound the rock. Take your Derrick Henry bets. What they do? Pound the rock. I said,
first touch of the game, didn't he go 80 yards?
Gone. I said, Justice Hill in the receiving game, look out for it. And I swear he may have 100 yards on the ground too, including a touchdown. I said, this is like a home dog situation in prime time. Take it. We love it. We were right. Then you get to the playoff game, and it was a little bit different game. And the Ravens pretty much did outplay them. Mark Andrews, awful fumble over the middle. Bills were able to tackle on another field goal, go up by 8. Ravens immediately right down the field, score the touchdown, get Mark Andrews wide open in the corner, toss to him. He drops it. And the Ravens season's over. So they ended their season on a sour note. A week before, Josh Allen doesn't squat, couldn't do the tush push. So what do we do about this game this week? Last year, Buffalo, they only blitzed Lamar on 10% of the dropbacks, and he carved them up. They learned. And in the playoff game, they blitzed him on 48% of early downs, 37% of all dropbacks, where Lamar Jackson goes from 30 touchdowns, 1 interception, 8.9 yards per attempt versus the blitz. Now he's only 6.5 yards per attempt. And the Bills got that number all the way down at 2.4. A lot of check down Charlie, check down target. Bills have an easy schedule after this. So it's a situation where maybe they do go with the kitchen sink, knowing that they're not really hiding anything for the next couple opponents. And big injuries on both sides of the ball. Bills basically have no one in the secondary that you can trust being 100%. Ravens, more pound and rock guys. Patrick Ricard's going to be out. They're already missing Isaiah Likely in Mark Andrews' big revenge spot. So they'll probably use a little bit more 11 personnel. They were better in expected yards per attempt in heavier sets. So that kind of had me nervous. And I was thinking Bills for a hot minute. Ravens struggled on the road. But at the end of the day, the Bills, go search Bills cornerbacks and let AI summarize it for you. It's not good. Since August 21st, Christian Benford's been sidelined with undisclosed injury. Travis White's recovering from a lower leg injury. And White was expected to start after first-round rookie pick. Max Hairston went down with a knee injury. So, who's covering who? Ravens got their receiver back. I think the Ravens win this thing. Just because of injuries. Bills aren't a full team. And then you know what? They'll probably meet in the playoffs, and the Bills will get them back.
The only thing is just it's the Josh Allen factor. You know,
what about the Lamar Jackson factor?
I was going to say on the other side of the ball, it's the Lamar Jackson factor. So, he said, Nate says the Ravens all day because I don't see the Ravens losing, especially when I have the King on my fantasy team. I will not take any slander on my Bears. Caleb Williams will be special Monday, especially when I have Swift on my fantasy football league. Bears definitely the pick.
Oh,
that's the last game. And then B. McCormick says no Purdy slander. Thank you, B. McCormick. Thank you. We don't slander Purdy on the show. Vikings, no Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold out, JJ McCarthy in, Kenny Powers that thing. The Vikings, their receiver room's a little banged up. They bring over Jordan Mason from the 49ers.
Like that a lot.
Yes. Huge. Yes.
Stash him away on your fantasy team.
Absolutely, because Aaron Jones always gets hurt. Their defense still super aggressive. Then we get the Bears, who draft Colston Loveland, who completely revamp the interior of their line. They get rid of Keenan Allen. They draft Luther Burden, and this is the Caleb. They hire Ben Johnson, obviously big hire there. Most hot commodity in football since Hansel took over Derek Zoolander in the movie. But really, this is the Caleb Williams "Who Are You" game, because I've not been a Caleb Williams believer. I've been well documented not being a Caleb Williams believer. I don't think he sees the field. I think he's run around, throw the backyard football guy. So I just have no faith in the Bears, but I also want my take to be right. So I'm also extremely biased. But I also don't think J.J. McCarthy's that dude. I think Jim Harbaugh is a great salesman and a great supporter of his guys. So,
hey, football's easy when you know what the other team's doing.
Yes.
J.J. McCarthy's about to be NFL's Arch Manning. Tout him. Mental reps. First game.
Yeah.
And people forget Ben Johnson. Let's do a little bio of Ben Johnson.
Take us on a ride.
People forget Ben Johnson was a receivers coach with the Miami Dolphins. And they made some changes at the head coaching position and hire a guy named Brian Flores. Comes in, goes, Ben Johnson, who the hell's this guy? Yeah, fired. Gone. Fast forward to Monday night. Ben Johnson chooses the Chicago Bears. He could have a job, highest commodity. You already said it. Maybe he was going to be Washington's head coach. People were on planes a year ago, and he goes, nah, I'm going to stay with the Lions. Second cycle comes through. Finally, he's going to pick the Bears up specifically because of your boy, Caleb Williams, and who is coordinating the defense on the other side of the ball. That's right, Brian Flores. If you watched preseason and you got excited for the Bears and saw disaster, that's intentional. Big brain Ben Johnson threw everything he could at Caleb. See what you can get out of him, right? Push every last limit, see what Caleb can do, figure out his strengths, and go from there. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see some bullshit trick plays. We're going to see all the checkdowns in the world. Colston Loveland's going to be his little security binky all night.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
They got running backs. They can pound the rock. They've got a stronger line. They have a decent defense. I think the moment's going to be too big for J.J. McCarthy. I think the Bears may not win half their games this year, but they're going to win the game on Monday night and make the statement and get everyone excited. Every talking head on First Take Tuesday morning is going to be talking about how, finally, breakout game for Caleb, this, that, and by next week. Also, rewind hot minute. We talked about the Lions earlier. Don't forget last year, the teams the Lions played the week before generally won because the Lions just beat the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, shout out to the Commanders who play the Packers in week 2.
You're saying Commanders 0-2 to start the season?
No, Commanders lose to the Giants and get their revenge against a beaten down Packers game in week 2 because the Lions just mushed them into dust.
Okay.
Yeah, Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. I trust Caleb Williams more than I trust J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy's a joke. He's thrown 3 passes.
I don't
they didn't even trust him to throw the ball against Penn State. They just ran it.
No, I'm with you. J.J. McCarthy's. Show me something. Show me anything.
Shout out to Penn State. People thought they'd moved to number 1 in the polls. All they could do is muster up 31 points against FIU while the real number 1 in the country is 70-0.
Tell me that Drew Alar is going to all of a sudden learn how to throw footballs and Penn State's going to figure out how to get the balls to their wide receivers. No. Who listens to these goons, man? But anyways, I agree. I do think KOC is a really good coach. This is a great head coach matchup. This is a very good head coach match. I'm interested to see. Yeah, the Bears rebuilt their entire offensive line, like the inside especially, the build from the inside out. So he has no more excuses. Like if Caleb Williams is going to be anything, like there's harder to find me a better situation than what Caleb Williams has. I mean,
You can't.
You got DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, and Luther Burden, and Colson Loveland and Cole Kmet, 2 running backs that can play. Revamped offensive line, like decent defense. But their road schedule.
Yeah, they're going to lose a lot of games still.
It's the
still
worst.
year 1, but
it's the worst.
But continue to build.
Okay, we've gone through everything. Do you have anything else? I mean, I'm ready to watch football. I told my wife before she went to bed.
I guess I should subscribe to Red Zone. I've been boycotting because of the 10 seconds of commercials. I'll show them.
It's not that they're showing commercials. The principle of things. You told us that you weren't going to do it. You lied to us.
Just feels like 15 days to slow the spread all over.
Yeah. It's just going to be just a little commercial here and there. And then they got their whole, everybody. Hey, there you go. Even says you come to his house. He's got Red Zone.
Nice. We're going to see how a quarterback rolls out, throws a Hail Mary in, whopper, double.
I think it's BS. It's going to affect if they're going to throw commercials in the middle of this. Like, it's going to affect the gambling market, is it not?
Well, apparently they're doing side screens and just muting the real football.
That's how it starts.
Fill it up at halftime. Just give us whatever.
Yeah, they should just do a halftime show.
Just no bullshit in the witching hour. That's all I ask.
Don't
make it a sponsor. The witching hour presented by Wicked Part 2. Boom. There you go. Just paid for all the commercials of the witching hour for
just be like, hey, we've stepped up as a company, and we're going to pay the Red Zone people to not have commercials for an hour, and then boom, you're a hero. Everybody buys your stuff. Everybody's happy.
So Eagles home opener, there was drama when the city had cut funding for the mass transit, and there was going to be, I don't know, a quarter of the amount of transportation, and basically people would be stranded. And in the 11th hour, the government didn't fix it. FanDuel jumped in and paid for everything to reopen.
Wow.
FanDuel.
And then people were like, I can't believe people want to bet. Betting is stupid. It's like,
yeah.
No, they see a problem. They're like, you know what? This is a good way for our PR team to get some credibility.
Your losing bets go farther than your taxes.
Yeah. Yes. Hey,
that makes sense.
Profit boost.
Yeah.
You know what they did? They wanted people to bet on the way home.
Yeah.
It's genius. What do you do on the transit? Oh, anyways. All right. I think everything's locked in. Those are the picks. Go back over them quickly, and then we got Falcons plus 1.5, Bengals minus 5.5, Dolphins plus 1.5, Jags 2.5, Raiders plus 3.5, Cardinals minus 5.5, Jets plus 3.5, Giants plus 6.5, Broncos minus 7.5, Niners minus 2.5, Packers minus 1.5, Rams minus 2.5, Ravens plus 1.5, and Bears plus 1.5. Boom. Parlay it all. 16-legger.
All right. Do we need tiebreakers?
The tiebreakers are here. What does this say? This says points for Baltimore. I mean, over-under on this.
Justin Tucker's not there. He's a pervert, right?
Yes.
No field goals. 31. 17.
Whoa.
What?
I'm going to give it 20. 31-20.
All right. Matt Pareto, shout out to you.
Yep. And then points for Minnesota. Yikes.
24.
24 for Minnesota?
28.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Oh. I can change it.
Papa.
Oh, bet now. Yeah.
24-17.
Wait, Minnesota wins?
No. Give the 24 to Chicago.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I meant. And then I try to be like, well, just give more points to Chicago now. But no, let's go with what I was trying to say in the first place.
There we go.
All right, good. PDF this thing and fax it over, please. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. All right, so we got goals here. We're going to win 14 games. Okay, get the record up. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to get our howdy hat.
Yep.
Step 3. I'll get in the comment section and we'll do Thursday Night Football on your Wednesday show.
Yes.
Give you a little blurb.
Can't wait. This is gonna be. Can't wait. Everybody, enjoy the football. JBonez, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I love this. This is great. We have over 100 people. Show podcast audio will be out tomorrow. And good luck on all your bets. Good luck on all your fantasy football teams. If you're a Seahawks fan, I hate your guts. Until next week, and enjoy Sunday football.
Stay classy, San Diego.
You're the GOAT, Bima.